Wakey YouTube. It's August 16th and I'm on my first detecting trip in Norway in 2014. I did do a trip to Norwich in March with the guys, but I didn't film simply because I wanted to try how it was to detect and not film all the time. But I'm back. I have some cool finds to show you when I get back home from Norwich, and I've got a very strong signal here. I really like that sound. Starting you off with a boring live dig as usual. Ah, there it is. Crap. But we got 3-4 hours. We're we're about 30 guys in the Metal Detecting Association, and no great finds of yet, but we'll see how the day turns out. It's been 1 hour and I've digged 4 signals, and it's all modern stuff. But you know, I'm close to the building. It looks kind of old with that rock foundation. I have a little lake down there. So optimistic as always. I will try to cover this area as it's closer to the buildings and some kind of feature. A lot of the other guys, you know, you hardly ever see them down on their knees. So it's signals here are really scarce. That's how it is. Sticking close to the barn pays off. At least we have what I think is a button. Yeah, it's a button. And this big iron thing, I think it's a file. It's probably not old. I'm joined by an archaeologist today from the museum. It's always nice that they take their time in the weekends to join us and see what we do. Too many archaeologists, or at least the most opinionized. I think there's a correlation between the most skeptic and opinionized archaeologists and their absence of knowledge about what we're doing. So it's nice that someone takes the time to see what we do. I'm gonna stick closer to the barn and keep on going. I've moved myself a little bit out. I like this signal. Let's see if we can do a live dig. Always hard. Not good. It's a nice signal though. Right, looking through the finds, I think this is the best one of the day. A brooch, ring brooch, 1300s, 1400s, something around there. And a bunch of trash. A lot of iron. Well, you can't win them all. So like 30 guys spending a whole day, and this is the best we have in the coin department. Oscar the second, 1 öre. 1880 something. Right, back home, that was not a very good dig, I know. But it was my first trip in Norway this year. I haven't been feeling too great lately, so I haven't been much outside. But I did do a very nice trip to Norwich in March. I thought I wanted to show you my latest project, DiggingNorway.com. It's just because I don't like the interface of YouTube. I don't think it's the best way to present films. So here you'll have all my videos from when I started back in 2009 in chronological order. So if you want, you can look at my detecting, you know, hobbies all the way from, you know, my first dig and to the end of the season, and then you can just press, you know, season 2, and I write a couple of words sometimes in between each movie. I guess it's alright for people who just start a hobby and see how things progress from finding, you know, boring coins from the 1900s and then suddenly finding medieval stuff. So, and it also has a photo gallery, but that is work in progress. So takes a lot of time to take good photos of coins. I have put up some of them and you just browse through them. If you want information about them, you can press somewhere here. Ah, there it is. It's a cheap website, you know. I pay $5 a month or something to you know, it's not something I've spent a lot of money on, and I won't either. But it's nice. I think it's nice. I have other finds, not only coins, but you know. And when I have time, I will update the photo gallery and make sure that there are more finds there. Just a suggestion. Now let's go to my new coin project. You know, after losing that 12 shilling, 1718 was it? I decided to take this a little bit more seriously. And I put them now all in albums. And I write the date when I found it, where I found it, and the coin on these sheets behind. Now these are obviously not detector finds. These are my little small ancient coin collection. This is Greek tetradrachmer. The year, this is the father of Alexander the Great, Philip. And this is Alexander the Great. It's struck in Babylon. I think it's 323 before Christ, and I think that's the year he died. And he died in Babylon. So I think that's a cool coin. Couple of Roman Republic. I like them. I like the Roman Republics a lot better than the Imperials. They're just better strikes, more interesting motifs. So here are the finds from last season. 24 shilling was a highlight. I luckily managed to replace the 12 shilling that I lost with another 12 shilling, 1717, 1 year prior. And Czech Republic. This is Denmark. This is Colchester. So that's that groat, Edward the Fourth groat. That's a rose penny, James the First. That's that silica, you know, that valance that we found with Chris in Colchester. Chris. That's a cut John. That's probably that's an Edward. This is Hampshire from March. That's the biggie. That's the Charles. It's a shilling. Charles the First. Kind of heavily clipped. They usually are. Nicked, as you can see. But it's nice because, you know, as you do this hobby for many years, you tend to forget where you found what, you know. That's a Telby penny. So it's nice to remember where you found them, and then you don't sell them either, because then you have a system. The Czech Republic, if you remember. That's no, yeah, it is a Leopold. You can see his portrait there. Kind of a big portrait for a small penny coin. That's the beauty of that tour. Rudolf II, Mali Grosch, 1586. And these are my finds from Norwich in March, and I have more coming. So we have Elizabeth, sixpence, 1537, is it? We found a bunch of large coins over there. We were really lucky. We found a field that used to be a garden of a palace, where owned by Henry VIII. So we found plenty of silvers there. That's boring Edward. This is cool. It's my first. This is a sovereign penny. Henry VIII. So he's actually, it's not only a portrait, he's sitting on his crown, so you can see the whole king. I like that. You know, for a penny, that's an interesting... let's have a better look at it. Is that better? You can see sitting. Cool coin. I also have an Alexander III from Scotland on its way over. So I have 5-6 other coins from Norwich this spring that will be shipped over shortly. These are these small half pennies, rows both sides. Charles, is it? Is it James? No, it's Charles. Very small coin. Look at my finger. That was hard to dig up. I lost that signal many times. So, cool new album here with my finds. Some Norwegian finds from earlier seasons as well. That's it. I'm back. I don't know how much detecting I will do in 2014. It depends on how I feel. And I think it will be hard to beat last season. And I'm skipping Norwich. Really sorry for that. I was really looking forward to Dave and Trish and all those cool Americans. It's a great trip. Discovery tours. But I'm just not able to make it this year. But Tron and Chris is going over, and Dr. T. So we'll have a Norwegian delegation. That's it. Thanks for watching me so far. Sorry for the lousy movie, but at least you got to see some cool coins, and you got to see my DiggingNorway.com site. So please visit if you want, and stay cool and happy hunting.